I like the sound of that.
You got 20 seconds.
Oh. Former Mayor Noblock.
All right, welcome to the special city council meeting for the city of San Clemente for February 16th. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Do that now. All right. Brad, would you like to come and lead us in the pledge?
Thank you.
Okay.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, let the record reflect all members are present. And on to oral communications.
We have no speakers for oral communications, but we do have speakers for closed session A and closed session B.
Okay, we'll hear those now.
Closed session A, Brad Malamud.
Hello, council. The Who's Meet the New Boss, same as the old boss rings true today. When I asked for copies of the public RFP responses, it was denied. City's website says the city practices transparency. False. The public is uninformed of the choices presented to council. They have the right to know who you're selecting between. I've informed the council that it is unlawful for the city attorney, to have the city attorney's law firm also act as attorney for non-city attorney services. Scott Smith disagrees and has refused to provide his legal opinion to the council or the public. He must be hiding something. To comply with state law, the city attorney must be limited to city attorney legal services. The city is statutorily required to hire separate attorney or attorneys for all other services besides city attorney. This is why all city officials, including the 3 lawyers on the dais tonight, cannot serve as an attorney for the city in any capacity whatsoever. Nor can Mark be hired as a teacher, nor can Gene be hired for security services. The current fixed fee arrangement that was adopted about 3 or 4 years ago has been cost ineffective, but you haven't heard that from Scott Smith. During the years that I've reviewed, which is only a few so far, the rates got up as high as $500 per hour instead of the $250 plus CPI that you were paying. So my suggestion is don't do a fixed fee for city attorney or any services. Have it charged by the hour, and then, as a fiduciary, and I've asked this before, please require that all contracts with any vendor you use, if it's hourly, be on a most favored nations provision. For those who don't know what that is, that means that the city will get the lowest rate that the law firm charges to any other city or municipality. They're willing to serve at those rates. Why do we pay more? The answer by Eric's son was unintelligible. I will just tell you, no sane fiduciary would pay more than they have to pay. This council shouldn't do anything less. So it's important to make decisions tonight, but I will say didn't see the who submitted. I don't know if BB&K submitted, but BB&K in the audit by this city found that they were the most expensive law firm for local areas that they were researched. Why would the city want to go back to the most expensive? They may be the best, they may be the Cadillac or the Rolls Royce, but this city doesn't need that type of reputation. There's lots of municipal law firms that are equal to BB&K. So it's time to change and get less legal fees and separate the tasks. And one other thing I'd like to say, it's tangential. I probably should have done an open session, but it's only take 2 seconds. A few years ago, before most of you council were here, the city decided not to vote to have minutes of the closed sessions. And then there's always debates what happened. I suggest you please vote for those. They're hidden. The public never gets to see them, but there's no mistakes then what happened.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Closed session item B, Brad Malamud.
Okay, well, technically, you've already violated the code section. The code section 54957.6 requires you can hold a closed session, quote, with the local agency's designated representatives regarding the salaries, salary schedules, or compensation paid in the form of fringe benefits of its representatives. However, prior to the closed session, the legislative body of the local agency shall hold an open and public session in which it identifies the designated representative. You've designated the city attorney. I take that to mean Scott Smith, but Scott Smith's not a salaried employee. He's a contract, he's not even an employee. It's a contract with BB&K. Scott's not even contracted for. He's just part of the services of BB&K. Under this code section, you cannot have that scheduled meeting. That would be not only a Brown Act, well, it's a Brown Act violation, and that's illegal. And, it's time for the city to comply with the Brown Act. They're doing serial meetings in violation of the Brown Act with the city manager, and I'm not sure with Sean. I don't know Sean, I don't know what he's done, but with former city managers, and with the city attorney. And BB&K's own documents online say that serial meetings are illegal with council members if more than 3 are present. So, and that's why you don't meet the day before or the day of as a group of 5, because it's purely illegal. So this also is illegal. You cannot meet on this issue, assuming it is what you state it is. And I'm just asking you to comply at least with as far as you can, explain why it's legal before you go into session, and make the open session announcement, which you're required to make. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Mr. Mayor?
Thank you.
I am I'm confused about what item B is as well. I was wondering if the city manager could talk about it.
Turn your mic.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, I'm confused about item B as well. I wonder if the city manager or you can explain what item 2B is and why it's in closed session.
Yeah, City Manager, if you could provide, I guess, the reason that 2B is on there, what it is, and if you can, an opinion on the Brown Act implications of.
The city council is going to receive presentations from 3 law firms this afternoon. As a part of those proposals, those firms may, and likely will, make reference to their fee structure. This is intended to achieve nothing more than that. The city council is not expected, if I can be so presumptuous, to speak on your behalf, is not expected to make a decision tonight. That rather will be an item that would be posted on an open meeting agenda. We anticipate no sooner than your first meeting of March, likely the 2nd. And so it may be that the city council, and we've tried to create the opportunity for the city council to consider appointing a subcommittee to talk about fees, but that's not a recommendation. I just wanted to position you to be able to do that. You might all 5 want to do that together. With respect to Brown Act implications, the proposals, the law firms are, the 9 firms that bid, 6 of the 9 firms that bid are being advised as we speak that their proposals will be made available to folks who have or will ask to receive those proposals first thing Tuesday morning. Those 9 proposals will be public information Tuesday morning.
Okay.
I've tried to answer everything, but I may have forgotten something.
Why do we need 2B? What can we not do under 2A?
I would disregard 2B. There's nothing that you're going to do. You have not yet been designated that appointee. I apologize for that error. There's nothing intended by 2B. So I would caution you to strike that item and just hold your interviews as you have planned.
I would make a motion that we take 2B off the agenda.
Second.
And are we allowed under parliamentary procedure to do that at this point?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have a second to the motion, as I understand it, to remove item 2B from the closed second agenda. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, there's no opposition. It's unanimous.
Motion to recess into closed session?
Second.
Okay. James with the motion, Cabral with the second. All in favor? Aye. All right.
And just a quick note for members of the public, there will be no reportable action, correct, this evening? So
Oh, right.
we'll
yeah.
close the council chambers.
So
Okay.
we don't need to come back and,
No.
okay.
You can just let me know what time you adjourn.
Okay.